Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk anime. Today we are going to talk about My Happy Marriage. Watashi no Shiawase na Kekkon. This is a shoujo anime with fantasy, supernatural, and romantic elements. The plot of this anime is set up in 19th century Japan, where magic and spirits are real, and therefore there are powerful families with supernatural abilities. With this being the premise, enters a protagonist, Mio Saimuri. Mio is born into the Saimuri family, which is regarded as one of the powerful families with supernatural powers. After Mio's mother passes away, her father marries his love interest and has a daughter, Kaya Saimuri, Mio's half sister. Having born into a family with supernatural abilities, unfortunately, Mio has no such powers, but Kaya, on the other hand, does. This adds fuel to the fact that Mio was the daughter of his less favored wife. This, plus adding into the equation the element of the stepmom, the half sister, you have the typical cliche Cinderella story. But the plot starts to thicken a bit when both Mio and Kaya gets to a marriageable age. Kaya gets betrothed to Koji, Mio's love interest and knight in shining armor, whereas Mio, on the other hand, gets betrothed to Kyoko Kudo, the head of the Kudo family, who has earned the reputation for being cold-hearted and ruthless, and in the past he seemed to have turned away all of his fiancées. With this being the setup, Mio has lost all her hope, and with no home to return to, Mio has lost her will as well. She considers herself to be the most unluckiest person in the world who couldn't even think about happiness in her life. When Mio and Kyoko meet, they start off to a very shaky start, where Kyoko seemed to live up to the rumors and Mio is as frightened as ever. But they begin to gradually understand each other. Their little gestures of kindness and affection and care for one another were depicted very wonderfully in this anime. The scenes were amazingly well done. This eventually leads Mio to realize that Kyoko is more kind-hearted and caring individual. Kyoko's little gestures, like how he appreciates the things that Mio does, even moves her to tears because so far in her life, nobody has even appreciated her existence. To let alone someone appreciate her abilities was taken aback. Or when Kyoko would ask Mio if she had eaten anything, Mio was dumbstruck with what to give for responses because nobody in her family has ever asked her if she ate anything. Poor girl. So little gestures like that and Kyoko's kindness towards Mio, everything starts to blossom into a beautiful love story. And Mio starts to reciprocate her love for Kyoko with affection. She even gives Kyoko a handmade present. Kyoko realizes immediately after meeting Mio that she doesn't seem to have the typical upbringing of a prominent family. Hints like her nature of apologizing for everything, she always wearing some worn out clothes, were like major hints. As Kyoko begins to dig into Mio's past, he uncovers the truth and the horrible behaviors of his sister and stepmom and his father's ignorance towards Mio. He begins to cherish her more and more as they start to live together in their house. But unfortunately, the events in their lives start to take a different turn. When other powerful families begin to realize that Mio is actually from the Usuba family, which is like the powerhouse of all the supernatural families, many people and families begin to sabotage Mio and Kyoko's relationship. From various events, from jealousy-ridden half-sister to kidnapping incidents and the horrifying spirits that seem to have been on rampage, many things come between Mio and Kyoko. And the anime is all about how they overcome all these challenges and lead a happy life. Unfortunately, we don't get to see them lead a happy marriage, so the title of the anime seems a bit off here, but I'm pretty sure this would all make sense towards the end. So with that, the season 1 of Happy Marriage comes to an end. And if you really like this, you are in for a treat because Netflix announced that season 2 will be premiering in 2024. And as for me, the pros of the anime were its amazing character designs, and the artwork was very wonderfully done. I also really enjoyed the opening intro song, and honestly, I was not a big fan of the typical cliche Cinderella story plotline. But I was very happy with the introduction of the supernatural elements and how the scenes were carried out in the anime. It was very well animated, and I actually enjoyed the stunt scenes that happened as well. It was pretty good animation. The other thing which I really liked about the anime is like you see a lot of different characters with different unique characteristics which had great amount of spice and variety to the story. With Koji being this wonderful human being but a coward, Kaya being this greedy half sister, and you also have very genuine and caring people like Yuri and Hana who were like a gem in the story. The other big plus point of the anime was the gentle romance between Mio and Kyoko. It is not anything aggressive, it's very subtle, and it's all about how they are building their relationship. Honestly, the scenes were amazing. It was so gentle, it really caresses you with their feelings. It was pure raw emotions on the table. And moving on to the cons. The plot line in itself isn't much original. You have this typical Cinderella setup, and you can obviously guess what's going to happen next. So that portion to me was not the most interesting factor. The other big letdown for me was Koji's character, to be honest. I mean, you have your love interest Mio, and you have seen first off what a horrible human being your fiance can be. After treating Mio with such cruelty and you having witnessed it firsthand, he goes off sticking up with her. I mean, I wasn't impressed with Koji's character. Sure, man, you are very humble and a caring human being, but then again, this seems a bit extreme. And I also felt like the series was a bit rushed up. You have Kyoko and other people with supernatural abilities who has been training for years and years. And then comes Mio right after she realizes she has this great power. In a matter of few episodes, she is up to the point where she could save Kyoko from the spirits. I felt the storyline was a bit rushed up there. They could have done something better. At least there could have been like an episode or two where she was like trying to master her ability. But no, nothing. She just hears that Kyoko's life is in danger and she just goes off and saves them right off the bat. That was a bit very unrealistic to me. Basically, to just summarize, the anime majorly focuses on gentle romance, which I would give like solid points there. And the animation and the character designs were so pleasant on the eyes and very charming. The voice actors did a very good job. Those were all very well done. It was definitely well worth a watch, and it doesn't have that many episodes, and it has like 12 episodes, so it's quick. I felt like it was a con, but if you are someone who is looking for less number of episodes, this one definitely would tick that bucket. Overall, for My Happy Marriage, out of 10, I would easily give this anime a 6.5 rating. If you like my review and if you would like to hear more similar reviews, subscribe to my channel. Let's talk anime.